To Wednesday night Scrap Your Stash with Pam's Scrapbooks. I'm happy to be here with you tonight. I look forward to this time with you all week. We get to meet in the middle of the week, so we're halfway through, almost there to the weekend, and almost time for us to do some scrapbooking on weekends, but also time for us to do some scrapbooking during the week too. This hopefully gets you in the mood to do some scrapbooking, to get maybe organized, get your pictures ready, get all ready for the weekend, and maybe even do a couple pages right along with me tonight. That would be great. I try and change up what we're doing every week to something different, something new, hopefully something that you is easy to do and is fun for you to do. So tonight, first let's talk about what I have coming up. I have some events that coming up that I want to share with you. Scrappy Thursday is tomorrow. That is on in our Facebook group called Let's Get Scrappy with It, Scrapbooking with Elisa and Pam. Elisa and I are both Creative Memories advisors, and we love to share ideas with you as well. So we teamed up and started the Let's Get Scrappy with It Facebook group. And we do an event every month called Scrappy Thursday, where we demonstrate a 2-page layout for you. So if you make them along with us, you will have 2 layouts every month. And we do this on the second and the fourth Thursday every month. The second Thursday, we do a simpler layout, something that doesn't have as many details on the page. And the fourth Thursday, we do a layout with more details on the page. I don't like to say an easier and a more complicated, because both of the layouts that we do are really easy to make. So please don't let it detour you from making either of them, because they're both fun. And like I said, you can do as much or as little on your pages as you want. So join Elisa this week at 7 o'clock on our Let's Get Scrappy With It Facebook group. She will be making a layout. The challenge this month is to do a layout with fall leaves, something bright and cheerful and colorful. And if you want to watch my video from the second Thursday, yes, that's out there in the group. You can take a look at that and see what I made. And then she will be making one tomorrow night. So catch her tomorrow night for that. I do have a library crop coming up this Saturday, September 30th, from 9:30 to 4:30. I hope to see some of you who are in the area. The Brookville Library is a beautiful library. We've got a really big, nice area to scrapbook. It's got one wall is all windows, so we've got a lot of natural light coming in. It's just great to get together and catch up with everybody, learn some new tricks. I usually do some kind of a demo or a page together. So I hope if you're in the area, you can come join us. You can stay all day if you like, or you can, come for a couple hours. It's up to you. It's a fun time to work on your projects. And since it's from 9:30 to 4:30, so it's a smaller amount of time, but it's still a good amount of time. You can bring less things with you. You don't have to pack up everything like you would for a weekend retreat. You can just bring one project, and it's not as much work bringing a bunch of things. So it's a lot of fun just to have a day crop and hang out with your friends. By all means, bring your friends, and we'll just have a great time, and it's very relaxing. So come join us. My next Friday night virtual crop is, get this, Friday, October 13th. Yes, Friday the 13th is my next Friday night virtual crop. So you have to join us for that one. We are going to do some kind of spooky layouts that night for sure, because we're going to be scrapbooking on Friday the 13th. Maybe I will have a movie, the Friday the 13th movie playing in the background. I don't know. I I don't I don't like those movies anymore. So probably not, but it's just going to be fun to be scrapbooking together on Friday, October 13th. We'll do some Halloween layouts, we'll do some spooky layouts, maybe we'll make some spiders, just all that fun Halloween stuff. So come join us. It is from 6:30 to 10, and I love these virtual crops because they are right from my scrapbooking space. I don't have to go anywhere. So everything I need is right here. It's so much fun, and I hope you'll try it out. I use Zoom. So we just all join my Zoom room and we crop together and we laugh and we talk. And, it's just a great therapy session. Scrapbooking therapy session is what it is. So come join us. We have a blast. And I have both of my October dates up here. I didn't think I was going to be able to have one on October 27th, but I am going to be able to have one that date. So we are going to have two in October, October 13th and October 27th. So be sure and put those in your calendar from 6:30 to 10 on those two dates. Going to be lots of fun. And another thing about the Friday, October 13th date, that is the Creative Memories virtual crop. So I'm sure that they're going to be having some fun sketches out since it's Friday the 13th. I'm sure they're going to have a blast with that too. So it's going to be lots of fun. And then my next scrapbooking 101 is October 16th. That's at 7 p.m. And all of these times that I'm giving you are Eastern. My scrapbooking 101 has been so much fun. This is a new class that I started this year in January. We've had so much fun talking about how we scrapbook, what we use, how we organize, how we decide on albums, how we print out our pictures, all of that. And so I hope you'll watch the whole series that I have in video. Excuse me, because there's just been a lot of great ideas shared in that class. And my next one is the 16th. And I am going to be continuing the 8x8 album that we started in September. So join in because I'm going to finish that up. We used a formula to make an 8x8 album a couple weeks ago in my September one scrapbooking 101, and I'm going to finish that up so that we can create the whole album and have it all finished so you can get the full picture of how to make an 8x8 album. They are lots of fun, and you may think that you don't get as many pictures in your album, but they hold lots of pictures, and they are great for gifts, and they are great for sharing your pictures and having this album out on your coffee table, ready to share with family and friends. Lots of fun. And of course, they're just so much fun to make too. I just love making these little albums. It's just something different too. So if you've never made one, you've only made 12 by 12, I really suggest trying an 8x8. They're lots of fun. It's something new. All right. There we go. So those are my events coming up. I hope to see you and create with you really soon, either in person or virtually. All right. So let's get started with tonight's project. I am going to highlight my table. So I know there has been an initiative out on the Creative Memories Virtual Crop group. It was a challenge to clean, I can't remember what the catchphrase was for it, but basically to organize your scrapbooking room or your scrapbooking space. So I have been doing that. I have been organizing my shelves, and I just love that feeling. I'm a little bit OCD about it. I like to be organized. I like to know where everything is. So I'm really happy with the progress that I made. And, as you're organizing, you come across paper packs that maybe you only have little bits and pieces left. So I thought tonight we could use up those bits and pieces and make a cute little page. So the collection that I'm going to use is Serene Waters. I have just a few little pieces of this collection that I want to use up in a layout. And This collection is actually on sale right now in the sale section of my website. So if you go out to deals and then sale, you will see this paper pack. Normally paper packs are $10. This paper pack is marked down to 8, and it's a beautiful paper pack. I love, well, you guys know I love blues, so I love this paper pack, but it is so summer, and it's great for any of your cruise vacations or trips to the beach or trips to the lake or swimming in the pool. I mean, just so many different summer layouts this is great for. And you know, I I love our paper packs for the fact that if one side is very specific, for example, this one has the sunset on it, very specific theme of the page. The other side is more versatile and more generic, so can be used for anything. So even though you buy the paper pack, um, thinking that you can use some of them for summer or beach themes, you also can use these papers for so many other themes as well. So let's get going. I decided that the piece I wanted to use for my layout tonight has a real subtle pattern to it, like a wave, like a scallop, I guess, if you will. It's got this just real subtle pattern. I don't want to use something that has a lot of pattern to it because I want to use up my bits and pieces that I have. And these are patterned. So I want the background to either be cardstock, that would be just fine too, if you want to use a piece of cardstock as your background, or use a designer piece that has a more subtle background so that your pieces that we use in the layout can stand out. So this is what I found in my bits and pieces. I have these two that are that I've used parts of, and then I have these two little scraps, which is great. This is exactly what I need. So I'm going to use these up as well, and then I'm going to cut some more from these. And I may have to pull in a couple other pieces because we want to have about, I'm going to say about 12 to 13 strips of paper. Now, they don't have to be all the same width. In fact, you probably don't want them all the same width. We don't need to be that uniform looking. We want to have a little bit of variety of widths and lengths. So if you have something that is a smaller length, which now that I think about it, I do have one here that is a smaller length. I don't know that that's going to work because it may blend in with this too much, but I might pull that in and see how it works. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have two here that are what, about a ½ inch. Yeah, about a ½ inch. So I have two ½ inch pieces. So I need to cut some from these other pieces that are a little bit wider. So I'm going to do 1 1/4 for one piece. And I'll use that other side as well. So I'm going to cut a second piece from this, and I'll just do, it really can just be random. You really don't have to measure. And if you have strips of paper in your bits and pieces, use those up. That would be great. All right, so I've got that paper, and I'm going to hold on to this one for just a minute. Let's do these other ones first. And I'll do one, 1.5 inches, I think is probably about as big as I want it to go, the width. So let's do a 3/4. And I don't know, somewhere in between here. Some random width there. Okay. So now I have one of each side of that one. I've got the orange and this blue. I've got this one with squares on it. I've got this one with the water. And then I have these two that are just half an inch, and then we can see about length. But I want to show you first what we're going to do, and then we'll decide if I want to trim any of these off. So we are going to remember back in school when we would weave paper together. Oh my gosh, why did that memory just come to me? Well, we're going to weave paper, but I guess we did do that back in school. I hadn't even thought about that, but we're going to weave paper together. So we're going to have some of our strips going this way, and maybe we don't want the same width next to each other. You know, we kind of want to change it up. Okay, we're going to have like so, like so, like so, right? And we're going to do about 7 pieces, so I'm going to need more. Yeah, definitely going to need more. And I'm going to put this thicker piece in between these two here. Because what we're going to do is we're going to have strips of paper weaving the other way. And hopefully you have all different patterns. So I am going to have to pull out some of my full pieces and cut them, but hopefully you guys have pieces that you can use that are just leftovers. That's the whole point of this layout, is to use up some leftovers. Okay, so let me grab this one, and I'm going to cut a couple half-inch pieces. I'm going to be real careful how I cut this one because I want to use the other side too. So I want to make sure it's going in the right direction on the other side. So I do like the narrow pieces. So let's do another couple half-inch. And these are going to go this way. I'm going to use the bottom of this. There we go, to have another orange instead of having another blue. Let me cut a couple of these. Let's see if we can get this one to work. I can only use the one side of this because the other side is my background piece. So unless I change my background piece, and again, I'm going to do something an inch or less, I guess. Okay, so we've got 3 pieces. Let me see if I can't come up with a 4th. We use these green leafy pattern. There we go. And I think I will leave it this way, and we'll have a variety of colors on this one. There we go. Okay, I think we're good. Let's get started. Let's see how this works out. So, like I said, we are going to weave over, under, over, under, over. That's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to figure out what is going to be the easiest way to adhere these down. And I want to stagger the bottom and the top. So I'm going to have to trim these. And they don't necessarily have to be straight across the top, right? We're using up scraps. So whatever you have. So something like that. And then we would take our next piece. So then we would go the opposite, under, over, under, over, under, right? Just like weaving a basket. That's the same, so I didn't do this one right. Top, bottom, top, bottom. Over, under, over, under, over, under. Yeah, that's right. Top, below, top, below, top. There we go. Okay, just like that. Okay. I think this one will be okay. So this one's starts over. Okay. And so on. So I think what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get our vertical pieces, decide where they're going to be, decide their length, and then get some repositionable and put a little bit of repositionable at the top to hold them down so that we can weave. Because otherwise it's just going to keep moving around like this, right? Okay, so let's figure that out. Now that you guys know the plan, let's figure out our lengths. And like I said, I want to stagger. And they're not going to be all the way to the top. They're going to be staggered, and they're going to be kind of just centered or in the middle of the paper. They're not going to be up to the edge, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let me grab my scissors. And like I said, they don't have to be straight across. You know, it could be on a diagonal at the bottom. However your scraps look is how you should use them. Okay, and we want them to end, I think, probably, what is that? About an inch up from the paper. So nothing longer than an inch here. So we want to trim these down a little bit. So I'm going to cut this one off here. Okay. I'm going to cut this one off a little bit here. Maybe we'll go a different direction there, a little bit of an angle. Trim this one. And I'm going to go a little bit shorter with this one. We're going to go up here. And then this one, go right there. There's no right or wrong to this. Okay, just using up scraps. That's what we're doing. All right, so let's try a little bit of repositionable at the top and see how that works. See if that gives us some stability while we're weaving our pieces through it. Let me just move this out of the way. I just want to line this up on my pad, my cutting mat, so that I can place these. And maybe I need to start at the side first. Just a little dab. A little dab will do ya. Okay. Let's do about right there. We want to have a little bit of space in between them so that we can see our background paper. All right, let me jump over and see, say hi to you guys. Haven't done that yet tonight. Hello, Miss Crystal from California. Thank you for joining. Thank you for saying hi. Hello, Gail. Didn't mean to send the mean face emoji. That's quite all right. If I had a dime for every time I accidentally sent something. Hey, Laura Ann. Okay, Laura Ann is asking where the Scrapbooking 101 previous classes are. I was only able to find one on YouTube. Is this something you have a fee for? Thank you. No, it is a free class. There is no fee. And at the beginning of the year, we were meeting on Zoom, so they are not all out on YouTube, but there should be at least 5 or 6. I need to go out to YouTube and reorganize all my videos, but you should be able to find at least 5 or 6 because I've been going live for my Scrapbooking 101 for at least the last 5 to 6 months. I thought I only did the Zoom classes in January and February. So there should be at least March through September out there, but I will double check. All right, so there we go. So I just put a little bit of repositionable at the top, just so these will stay still while I weave the paper through. All right, and then we'll figure out how we're gonna adhere those down. And maybe it'll be easier if I go from the bottom here. So we're also gonna trim these because they're not gonna be all the way across the page either. They're gonna end about, for me, it's going to end about 7 inches across the page. You can end it wherever you want, but it's not going to go all the way over to the edge. Okay, so here we go. So I think it will be easier to do this from the bottom. Over, under, over, over, under, over, under, over, under. There we go. So my adhesive starts about right there. So I'm just, which is fine. Having that little piece at the top, I am good with that. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off, trim this off, and I'm going to start longer than I was thinking, and then I can always trim more later if I want to make it a little bit shorter. So I'm going to go out to 8 inches here. And I just want to put a little bit of repositionable on this so it stays in place. So I'm just going to put repositionable on the paper instead of trying to get it on my strip. So there we go. All right, next one. So this one started under, so this one starts over. And again, I'm not trying to get them right on the edge. I'm just leaving a little space on that edge. And for this one, since I'm above the strip, I'll put the repositionable on this end. Oh, at least I think I will. There we go. So that this one stays in place. And I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter than that one, just to alternate lengths there. Okay. And so on. Okay, we started above, so we're going to start this way, this way. There we go. And just stagger it just give another length, different length than the first two if you want, or same length as the first two. Up to you. Anything's going to look great. And using up your paper, that's what's important, right? And getting those pictures on your layout, that's what's important. So don't get too worried about being perfect, looking exactly perfect. It's so pretty though, and it's such a great way to use up scraps from a collection. They all match. Okay, so oh, nope, I need to go on top. There we go. This one has little fishies on it. So cute. All right, and my last one. Just have to decide if I want the orange. I think I've got a lot of orange going on here, so I'm going to trim it this way so that more of the blue is showing. Here we go. All right. And that is it. That's all there is to that. How cute. Now I just have to figure out how to adhere it down, right? That's the tricky part. So I think what we were doing with adhering the ends, oh, it's going to come over a little. I think that works. I feel like we need to kind of squish them together just a little bit more. I just can imagine this type of layout for so many different themes. I don't know why, but I'm thinking of a baby theme. I just think this would look cute on a kid's album. And just having a bunch of just different patterns from baby paper or kids paper or school themed paper. All right, let's do this. Let's turn it. I think I have adhesive on all of those. Let me turn it this way now, and I'll just put it on the paper underneath where my paper's going. There we go. So now I have it on all of the ends of those. That one's down and that one's down. Okay, so now I can do these. And let's use some regular adhesive just to give it to anchor it down real good. There we go. Oh, that one's moving. Okay. So I don't know if there's really a great way to get underneath there. If you have one of our precision point, maybe this is a good time to use one of these. And if I can sneak it under here, I might be able to sneak a couple dots under there. can't see what I'm doing, so I don't know if it's coming out or not. I feel like it did that time. I don't think it did over here though. Okay, so that one was shifting a little bit, I think. Okay, this one's got a little bit of a shifting to it, so let's put a couple dots under there. There we go. All right. Oh, this guy's sticking up over here. There we go. All right, it looks like it's all down now. Let me hold that up. Look how cute. All right, let's decorate. So now we have space over here and down here. You definitely could put a picture on top of here. There's nothing, saying that you can't. If you want to do this as a cover page or the last page of your album and do one picture down here in the corner, that would look great. Let me grab my stickers, and I think I have some variety map packs. Yes, so let me get an example. I don't have pictures for this layout picked out yet, but let's just put a mat down so that we can get an idea of how the picture would look here in the corner. So there we go. We could do one little picture right there. Not little, one 4x6 down there. We could do a couple little pictures up at the top. Let's see what I have here. Or we could do a tag. I have a tag ready. This is a little pocket tag with a little fish on it. We could put that little guy up here. And we just need a title and we need journaling. So, those are the items that you always want to have on your page. Obviously, your pictures, you want to have journaling, you want to have a title, you want to have scraps of paper, which we definitely have that for this layout. And you want to have, I think that's it, journaling, pictures, obviously, designer paper, your journaling, your title, your scraps of paper, and some kind of decoration. So there's usually about 6 elements that you're going to have on every page. All right, let's see what we have here. If I have a journaling that I like from the Variety Map Pack, that would go here. Wherever you are, be all there. Oh, I like that. That's cute. I won't put that there, but just, I like that saying. Let me see if I have one that we can cut in half. So in the Variety Map Pack, they have some that are doubles that you cut in half. So here's one that we could use for journaling. Let's look through and see what we like. This is a bigger journaling card. I don't think I want the bigger one because then it's going to cover up too much. So if I have any other doubles, here's another double, but I like that first one, I think, better. It was a more solid color. Okay, let's cut this guy in half. And these cards are, I always have to measure, 6.5-ish, or the line before a half, 7/16. So what I'm going to do to find the center, because I don't do math, I'm just going to gently give a little pinch, hold the 2 sides together as if I'm going to fold it in half, but not fold in half. Just give a little pinch. That's going to show you where the half mark is. And then use my wonderful guidelines here to show me where my blade is going to cut. If you're not familiar with our trimmers, there's these great little plastic pieces that slide up and down this arm of the trimmer, and there's a black line down the middle of it, and that shows you where you're cutting. So it helps you line up your paper in order to cut it where you want to cut it. There we go. So here is our journaling card. And I think I'm going to use this one because I wanted to lay it this way, I think. Right, like that. Or I could put a journaling up here, like that. And then You know how I am. I have to lay it down. I have to move it around. I have to change it. And I usually just go rogue. That's right, ladies, all the time. Okay. So here would be our picture. Here's our journaling. Here's our little saying of relax. Oh yes, relax. A little boat. Maybe a few little pieces of ocean coral down at the corner of our picture. Something like that. You know, we'll put something up on foam squares to give it some lift. And then maybe we could use one of these little titles, these little cards right here. Oh, I like that for a title. And maybe we could just have another saying down here. There we go. So we've got our triangle. Remember, we keep our clusters, our decorating, our stickers, our die cuts in a triangle shape so that our eye moves around the whole layout. I like it. I think this is going to be really nice to use up scraps, to have a lot of fun colors and patterns in your layout. Or, you know, you could do solid colors. That would look good too. If you wanted to use up some bits and pieces of cardstock, you could use cardstock for these weaving. I mean, there's just a lot of ways to change this up. Use some designer and some cardstock. That would look cute too. So lots of fun ways to make a basket weave. Who knew that we were going to need to learn how to basket weave when we were little, and we were going to use it again when we're scrapbooking? See, there's something we learned in school that we are using again as adults. Isn't that awesome? I love that, because it's definitely not algebra for me that I'm using in my adult life. Let me just check back in with everybody. Okay, thanks, Laura Ann. I will reach out to you. I'm going to take a look at my my YouTube channel and make sure that they are all out there. Like I said, I haven't gone out there in a while, and I need to organize and maybe put them in folders. So I will reach out to you and let you know what is out there, what I find. Thank you for asking that question. I appreciate that. Gail, this is a great idea. Can't wait to try it out. Good. I can't wait to see yours. Please share it out on my Facebook page, or in my Pam's Creative Scrapbooking group, or in my Creative Heart Scrapbooking. I know all of those channels. I'm out. This video broadcasts out to all of those groups and to my YouTube channel. So please post your finished pictures. We would layouts. We would love to see them. And then last, I knew the foam squares would come out sometime tonight. Laugh out loud. Looks beautiful. Great technique. Thank you. Yes, you know I'm going to do something on foam squares. I just have to. Oh my gosh, where are my foam squares? Okay, here we go. Oh, I found them. Yes. So I'm not going to put anything down just yet. I will finish this all up and I will post a picture of this out there, but something will be up on foam squares, either this little sailboat or sometimes more than one thing. This little sailboat here that next to my relax. I'd like to put the relax up on foam squares, but it is too narrow. So we'll just keep that down on the paper. Maybe it needs to be on here instead of up on the blue, something like that. I could see putting this one up on foam squares, just add water. That would look cute. Raise that one up. And I could see putting these up on foam squares as well. So just something to give your layout some depth. And if you are somebody that likes to get lots of pictures, I have lots of room here. So don't think you have to lay yours out like mine. You know, you could do a 3x3, 3x4 up here. You can get a couple pictures here. You can do one on your weaving over here at the bottom. You could do some circle pictures. So still lots of room and lots of colors. And, you know, if you don't want your weave on that side, you can turn it. It could be at the top, it could be on the left, it could be at the bottom. So whichever direction you like, and maybe you want to get pictures all the way across the top. That would look really cute. So this is pretty versatile the way in the direction you can use it. So, and definitely could be a 2-page layout, right? We can do another page and have the weave on the opposite side, or you could do the weave on the left side of this paper so that they're both in the center. That would look really cool, as if they're going across both sides. That would look really cool. So lots of ways to work with this layout, and it's a nice simple one to use up scraps and doesn't take a lot of time. So if you want to add something to your toolbox of layouts, this is a good one to add, doing these weaves. All right, I want to see your interpretation of this, so please post your finished layouts out in one of those groups or on my Facebook page. And if you are watching me, if you are watching me from YouTube, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and follow me. That way you'll know when a new video comes out. If you're watching from my Facebook page, I would love for you to follow me on my Facebook page. And if you're not in my Facebook groups, it's Pam's Creative Scrapbooking Group. I am getting ready to schedule an exclusive event. We had one earlier this year. I'm getting ready to schedule another exclusive event for my Pam's Creative Scrapbooking Group. So be sure and join that group as well. All right, ladies. This has been fun, as always. I love coming to see you guys on Wednesdays. I hope you're having a great week. I hope you're all feeling well and doing well and enjoying the fall season wherever you are, whether you're in California or Texas or Dayton, Ohio, or Brookville, Ohio, or Laura Ann. I don't know where you're from. So wherever you are, I hope you're enjoying the fall season as well. You guys have a great evening, and I'll see you here next Wednesday. Good night.